Ray here, the MotorSage. Today I'm thinking about fishing, and taking a look at a few places around the area that might be able to go trout fishing. Trout season has opened in my home state and also another state that I've got a fishing license in, so I'm checking out various places that I can go. At the same time, I'm thinking about fishing of another style that I'd like to talk to you about. So hang in there and stick with me. Every time I drive by this cemetery, I look up there and I wonder how many of those headstones are on the graves of Christians and how many are on the graves of heathens that were not Christians. I wonder what the percentage is. Sometimes I think that those that are lost, well, it's just something that the church has to take the blame for. You see, we were instructed to go out and proclaim the good news that Jesus Christ was crucified for us and took our place. I think that's a message that church needs to get a hold of. We need to relearn how the church should go fishing. You know, blessed St. Luke told of the time that Jesus took some guys out fishing. The flow of the event, however, doesn't seem like the usual fishing story. My fishing story goes quite different than back then. You see, my wife says, "Did you catch any fish?" Now, depending on my skills and a lot of other factors such as the weather and the bait I use, I occasionally respond with a proud yes. I try to sound like I just provided food for a needy household table. Did you bring them home? Was usually the next question she asked. Being the sensitive and loving husband that I try to portray, I assure her with a nope. I put them all back in the water. It's a fact, my wife does not like to clean fish, nor does she want me to do that smelly task in her clean kitchen. So I either put the fish back in the water or give them to somebody whose wife isn't quite as smell sensitive. The disciples of Jesus, however, were not as blessed as I've been. You see, for them it was more than a hobby. They really needed to catch fish. It was their business, their livelihood to catch fish. And they had to pay taxes on that business. To Rome, to the temple, a lot of taxes. They'd spend all night trying to net fish to no good reward. As they came to shore in the wee hours of one special morning, it was not likely well received when a busybody rabbi they'd never met asked them to row him out from the shore a bit so he could speak to a crowd that gathered where they docked. They probably were tired and ready to wrap up work and go home, so I find it kind of surprising that they agreed when Jesus asked them to take him out so he could be heard. But for some wondrous reason known only to God, I guess, they complied. While Jesus spoke to the crowd, they also heard his message. They listened to his words. Whether they were impressed or not by what they heard, we don't really know. But after the talk was over, Jesus asked the disciples if they had any fish, and they told him they had none. He then told them to go out a bit deeper and to fish from the opposite side of the boat. It was then that many theologians and ministers will tell us a miracle occurred. The nets were immediately filled with fish. In fact, the boats nearly sank because of the abundance. Now, people would say that's miraculous, especially if they're fishermen. I think so, especially on days when I don't catch a thing. But I don't believe that was the miracle that Luke was trying to tell his readers about. I think Luke was trying to tell us about a greater miracle. See, that miracle happened after they got back to the shore. It's a bit like what happens to us after we are baptized as Christians. We start to live like we are Christians. The disciples were changed. They had met somebody that was special. Now, we've got to think about this. The bait that Jesus used was like a fish hook, but it was a special kind of fish hook. It's the fish hook that we call faith. So the disciples went home and they each left that home to follow Jesus. As for the disciples, Simon, who was to later be called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, all saw that their future life and their death would be all about fishing, but fishing for people. I wonder today what it was that caught the imagination of these men. Was it the message given to the crowd at the shore? Was it the abundance of the catch? Was it the gentle messianic sign, that masterful lure that this man who requested their cooperation had? Was it that which caused them to leave a floundering fishing business? There it is. Now, that's just amazing. But following Jesus, you see, it causes us to see some really great things. Now, if the church would listen to this lesson from the Gospel of St. Luke, we might get the idea to go out a little bit from the shore as we're instructed. Go into all the world, preaching, teaching, baptizing. And we may find that we have great success when we cast our net on the other side in places that we've not been before. I think that's really the way to go fishing. Fishing for people. That's what the church needs to do.
You dream. Things aren't what they seem, what they seem, what they seem. No, we cannot speak goodbye.